Good morning and welcome to day 43 of walking from Mexico to Canada along the Pacific Crest Trail. My name is Prime and I'm walking 2,650 miles to raise money for Combat Stress, a charity that helps our military veterans. Today is an exciting day because I'm now heading into the Sierras, just at the general store for Kennedy Meadows, so I'm about to weigh my kit and then we will get on the trail. So let's find out exactly how much my kit weighs. So that is my weight there. That is with 5 days worth of food and 1 litre of water and my ice axe, everything in. I would say 30 pounds is good. That's actually lighter than what I was on day one when I started hiking. I'll take that. So that is me now back on the trail. I did the 0.8 of a mile from Kennedy Meadows to get to here, and I'm back. And now I'm heading in to the high Sierras. My plans for today, I'm hoping to get 20 miles done. There's a couple of campsites just below 10,000 feet, so that's what I'm going for. So my resupply plans, I'm looking at doing a resupply every 5 days. So I will do 5 days in the Sierra, come out and then bounce back in. Because I'm doing 5-day resupplies, this is keeping me a lot lighter than people that are doing the 7. My first 2 resupply points are a little bit awkward because you have to come off the trail for quite a bit, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Everything else is on the trail or just off the trail. And because this is May the 4th, I'm hoping that the 4th is with me for all you Star Wars fans. Right, let's roll out. Looking at our logbook for the PCT, the map showing where we are. Let's sign in. So that is me all signed in. There is a good number of hikers already ahead. Where they all are, I shall find out soon. Let's continue on. That is a raging river. I wonder if that's an indication about how much snow melt is happening up there. I'm really glad there's a bridge, so I don't have to cross that. So I've entered the Sierras on my own. I half expected that, especially when I saw the numbers at Kennedy Meadows and Grumpy Bears when I got there. There are lots of hikers ahead in various different points. It's not my first rodeo. I've been up mountains before, so I'll be absolutely fine. The first night I was at Grumpy's, we were all talking and a lot of them are saying that at this point we're all in the top 5% of hikers on the trail. So there's not that many hikers ahead of me. So I've left the bubble that I started with, then formed another one at Mission Creek and then pushed on from that. So it would be nice to meet the next bubble ahead and see if I can hike with those people for a while, but if I end up just being the lone wolf on trail, I'm fine with that. I'll just keep pushing to the end. But it is always better when you've got like company, people to talk to at camp. However, the scenery's amazing, the trail's really good. You can tell this is a more touristy area when more day hikers and stuff come, because the trail's much more manicured and looked after than some of the wild parts that we do in the PCT. Hey little guy. First day in the Sierras and the white stuff's falling. It's not bad, it's mostly little frozen snowballs coming down. There is blue sky ahead, so that's what I'm pushing. I'm heading for a water source just over 1.5 miles away. I'm gonna have my lunch there. There's a lot of water on this trail, so you don't have to carry as much, which is helpful. But even though I'm carrying lighter than I was on day one, and probably most of the time on my trail, because all that weight is concentrated in the bear vault, it's making it a little harder. You can really feel the weight pressing down. At least tomorrow it gets lighter, and the day after that, and the day after that. It's always a plus. Now I'm going to stop here for lunch, use these little rocks and trees for shelter. I mean, the white stuff's not too bad, but it's nice to stay out of it. There's water just over there, so I'm going to nip back and grab it once I drop my kit. When I originally came out here, I brought food for the first 3.5 days of the trail, and I also brought enough for the first 5 days of the Sierras. So I've now got some decent meals. Rather than having ramen with the kind of sauce that it comes with, I've got my cup of soups again, so they taste a little bit better and a little bit different. And I also have packet pasta for dinner again. No offence to the American packet pasta, but I can't stand it. It's not as good as the ones that I'm used to. I'm glad that I've got them again, and I'm looking forward to dinner. I'm now looking forward to having my lunch. Got a great little spot, great view. That's what I can see, nice meadow. Camera won't pick it up, but maybe about 300 metres away there seems to be some sort of log cabin, maybe a ranger station or something. But this is a really nice spot. Had a good lunch there. Temperature's dropped a little bit, but it's still not too bad. I've got my windbreaker on, so that's eased it up a little bit. Because of that solid weight that's back there, I've had to move the straps a little bit, and it feels a lot more comfortable now. That's the beauty of having one of these Osprey packs, is you can move your harness up and down to adjust for whatever weight you're carrying. Right now, I'm heading to another landmark on the Pacific Crest Trail. About 3 miles, there's a bridge, and it's a kind of swallow bridge. There's lots of birds that actually nest underneath the bridge. So I'm looking forward to getting to that. After that, I'll be then pushing to my campsite. But this little bit here is nice. Terrain's good. Been gradually getting higher and higher, so I'm above 7,000 now. So compared to likes of Santa Cinto, where it was very much straight up, this is a bit more gradual incline as you go. Hopefully tomorrow's the same. I know the passes won't be. At least if we can get to a decent height today, shouldn't be too bad. But doggy. It's alright. It's alright. Hey pal. It's alright. So I've seen this bridge loads of times in people's videos. There's generally birds that kind of nest underneath. You can have a look. See if there's any there. Yeah, you can see the nests. I think in the evening they all go nuts under here. Yeah, there's loads of nests. Most hikers tend to start in the afternoon and they usually camp here. Looks like a good spot, a bit open for me, but you're right next to the water. I will not be camping here. I am pushing on. I'm above 9,000 feet right now and I'm starting to see some snow patches. Not a lot, just a few bits in the shade. There's nothing on trail. I'm about half a mile away from camp. Pretty tired. I'm looking forward to getting there, having my dinner. I am at mile 7234 and I think this is my campsite. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna get set up. I've got myself all set up in the sun. It's gonna warm the tent up. It's getting a bit cold. I'm gonna put my dinner and chill out, and then we'll close this video out. And I'll also do the Monday health report as well. Suppose better go through my Monday health report. So from last week, the only issue I've still got is my shoulder, but it's progressively getting better now that I'm massaging it with that little tool that I found. The bear can today's not helped, but at least it's not as sore as it has been. Ankle still absolutely fine. No more blisters. My feet are absolutely fine. However, yesterday, even though it was a full rest day, my Garmin body battery told me I had about 5%. If you're not aware of what the Garmin body battery is, it is a part of the Garmin watch which tracks several different metrics from your sleep, stress, exercise, all that kind of stuff, and it determines how much energy it believes you have. So it believed I had 5% yesterday, which clearly wasn't the case because I didn't really do anything apart from pack my stuff and chill out and eat. So it's a bit weird. Right now my body battery is sitting at, let's have a look, 26%, and that's considering the slog that I've done to get up to here and having that huge weight of a beer can sitting in my rucksack as well. So all in all, health absolutely fine. It's going to be a bit different now that I'm at high altitude, so I'll see how it is once we get to next Monday. But so far, still plodding along, no major aches and pains. Just got to keep going at with this shoulder until the knot's gone. So let's go through my stats for today. So I did almost 20.5 miles today. Lot of elevation, and even though my rucksack was only 30 pounds, because it was that collective solid weight at the top, it was really bearing down on my shoulders, so I've had to adjust my rucksack strap several times just to make it a bit more comfortable for me. So, but I achieved my distance that I wanted. I wanted to get 20 miles. I was going to go to another campsite, which is not much further here, but when I got to the spot map, sun was beaming right in, and it was a really nice spot, and I'm happy I got it. The other campsite's only like less than 100 metres up the road, so it's not going to make that much difference. As for my elevation, let's have a look. So elevation, 5,299, and my descent, 1,250. So a big day with the elevation. However, it was very gradual. It wasn't like going up San Jacinto when it was straight up, and then you go in straight up to like 7,000, then you had to drop again, and then you go back up again. This was much more gradual. Once I got near the end of the campsite, it was less gradual, but still not as bad as like San Jacinto or the high desert. I'm hoping that continues on. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to push over 20 miles again. See if I can get a bit more than that as well. If I can get more, then that's great. But it all depends on how the gradient is in the ground and how the altitude is and how everything else is. At least my rucksack will be a bit lighter because I'm eating food tonight and I've had my lunch today. So every day it should get lighter. By the time I hit Forrester's Pass, I should only have a couple of meals left for that day. So I'm going to close it up here. I'm going to finish my dinner I've got here. So if you like the content, please like, share and subscribe. And above all, help out combat stress. And I'll see you tomorrow for another day on the Pacific Crest Trail.